Indian art scene, they don't ask who you are. They decide where you belong. The introduction is the first move in the dominance ritual. They won't call you an artist unless you have the institutional stamp, the degree from the right bubble. Instead, they introduce you by your skills. He is a talented carpenter. He is a DJ. It sounds like a compliment, but it's a social tagging system. They are telling their peers, he is not one of us. He is from a different caste. The caste of the useful servants, not the essential. Then comes the warning label. His email is remove governments. They throw your political views into the room like a grenade, forcing you to justify your existence before you've even shaken a hand. It's a strategic poisoning of the well. I remember the silence when I answered their question. Why that email? They are funding us, they said. I told them the truth. They steal from the people through taxes and throw back the crumbs. You call it generosity. I call it a one-sided contract enforced by the threat of violence.
Reach out for me.
They are not our representatives. They are our owners. That silence wasn't accidental. It was the sound of a foundation shaking. They realized I wasn't just problematic. I was self-owned. And in a slavery system built on crumbs and QR codes, nothing is more dangerous than a human who refuses to sign the contract. I do not identify with a name in block letters. That name is a legal fiction. It is a person created by the state to facilitate its contracts of debt and obedience. It is not the human being I am. I gave them my pseudonym, my self-owned identity. But the institution has no room for sovereign beings. They chose the block letters. Sometimes they would even stand in front of a banner with my chosen name and introduce me to the crowd using my slavery ID. At first, I thought it was a mistake, a slip of the tongue. But in this closed circle, nothing is unintentional. This was a naming ritual. By ignoring my pseudonym, they were telling me, we decide who you are. We own the narrative. We do not see the human. We only see the subject of the state. It was the first signal that I was entering a digital plantation, a place where the creators are merely entries in a database, and the fine and dandy art is just the bait for a much larger trap of surveillance. I have come to reject the title of artist. In the modern matrix, that word has been hollowed out. It has become a mask for a new kind of managerial class. Today, to be an artist in the prestige bubble, you only need two things: a conceptual idea and a fleet of worker slaves to execute it. These visionaries take all the credit, yet many of them cannot even change a light bulb on their own. They are physically helpless, yet socially dominant. They treat the people who actually build the work, the carpenters, the fabricators, the technicians, as invisible service providers. For me, art is not a management project. It is the sovereign act of the mind and the hand working in unison. It is the skill to transform a raw idea into a physical reality with your own strength and tools. The Mr. Smiths of the art world hate this. They hate the craftsman because the craftsman doesn't need their managerial oversight. When I give credit to the helpers, when I treat them as equals and acknowledge their essential skill, I am exposing the intellectual fraud of the elite. I am showing that their progressive exhibitions are actually built on a foundation of unacknowledged labor. They are the managers of the narrative. I am the owner of my work. Long before I entered the official art scene, I was already marking my territory. While working as a carpenter, I began creating my own designs, politically incorrect, straight to the bone, and designed to poke at the open wounds of society. This one was a bestseller. It was a direct hit on the idea of ownership and control. I used cynicism and black humor as a Trojan horse. People don't want to hear negative truths, so I fed it to them through symbols. I was a troll for the truth. Even then, I was a glitch in the matrix. To the authorities and the conformists, I was already someone who walked out of line. They didn't know yet that this carpenter with the offensive shirts would one day walk into their prestigious festivals and show them a mirror they couldn't break. The Mr. Smiths were already watching. They just didn't have a name for me yet. When the truth about the monetary system began to break through the static, I didn't wait for a gallery to curate it. I organized my own public screenings. I wanted to confront the audience with the ultimate matrix glitch. Money is created out of thin air.
There are no Negro problems, or Polish problems, or Jewish problems, or Greek problems, or women's problems. They're human problems.
I designed this to visualize the perpetuum mobile of the elites. The man in the suit represents the owners of the monetary system, the super elite who sit in luxury while others peddle. The man with the briefcase is the NPC caught in the loop, chasing a debt-based currency that can never be caught. This is the hidden engine behind every prestige festival. The meta-patrons and liquidity architects throw crumbs of this thin air money at the artists to keep them quiet, while the artists peddle the wheel of the narrative. They call it funding. I call it a debt trap. I wasn't just difficult because I hated their strategic procrastination. I was difficult because I knew where their money came from. And once you see the hamster wheel, you can never unsee it. You have to step off the bike. The video was a forensic search for a missing concept: self-ownership. I looked through the physical records of our authority, and the word was gone. What the system cannot control, it deletes from the vocabulary. I was editing their reality in real time. I brought that same dictionary to the festival. I handed the audience a pink marker. I asked them, "What do you want to see more of in this world?" The real humans highlighted freedom, but the NPCs and the Mr. Smiths left their mark too. Someone highlighted dictatorship, exposing the dark side of the audience, proving that some people want the slavery system I am exposing. Someone else, in a bizarre moment of prophetic banality, highlighted toilet paper. Months later, as the global crisis hit and the world descended into a frenzy for paper, I realized that this closed circle was just a laboratory for the chaos to come. The system doesn't like interactive truth. On the final night, driving home with that dictionary in the back seat, the brakes failed, just before my sanctuary. Was this the first signal from the energy vampires? A silent question hanging in the air. Can you really highlight freedom in a book while we still own the mechanics of your survival? I don't want to condemn every organizer. In this closed circle, I have met people you can look in the eye and see a soul. People who truly believe they are building a community. But at the high prestige festivals, the people with souls are often the ones you never see. Behind the sincere organisers are the meta patrons, sponsors who pull strings they don't even know exist. They sit in the background, observing, noting, sorting, and discarding. While the real humans worry about the catering, the vampires are checking the ideological pulse of the room.
You'll be wanting to put the all-seeing eye on our banknotes next.
You think I'm taking it a bit far?
Please don't ask me questions like that, Brother Franklin. You know I cannot tell a lie.
Oh, come on, Brother Washington. Everybody lies occasionally, surely. Especially politicians.
Not me. Not even so much as an alternative fact.
But we must all be aware of fake news.
The people must be free to think what they like as well. We can have no thought police in our new society.
I couldn't agree with you more. Without freedom of thought, there can be, well, no such thing as wisdom.
You know, I do agree with you, though. The foundation stone of our new nation, built on all those principles that we hold dear, perfect in its parts and honorable to the builder.
An influential figure once told me the golden rule of the big stage. If you want to step onto the grand platform of the art world, you have to sell your soul. You have to bend over. The system has a hunger for the abnormal and the absurd. They don't want sincerity, they want depravity. They promote the nonsensical because it keeps the audience confused and the NPCs distracted. If the price of the big stage is my self-ownership, then the stage is just a decorated cage. I'd rather be a carpenter on the street than a manager in their circus. They promote the absurd to hide the slavery system. They sort the difficult ones out so the compliant ones can dance for the crumbs.
You know, I wonder if other presidents after me will also be Freemasons.
Well, of course. I mean, Oh, well, I just sort of assumed.
I'm afraid not, Ben, but many will be. And Freemasonry will become embedded in the American culture, and the eye will appear on the banknotes.
Oh, God.
As will your face.
Oh, God.
And in years to come, these principles will be honored with a gift from your French brethren. A gift that will be a welcoming beacon to the poor and oppressed when they journey to your great land. Brother Bartholdi.
I've always liked the French.
What's that?
This is the statue we are giving you.
It's a bit small, isn't it?
Oh, this is a maquette. The real thing is bigger. Much, much bigger. I call her Liberty Enlightening the World.
Catchy. I like her.
I love her. Liberty's what we're all about.
And life.
And life. Life and liberty's what we're all about.
And the pursuit of happiness.
Well, of course, the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit of happiness goes without saying. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Forgive me for being naive, but if the people spend all their time pursuing happiness, how on earth can they expect to build a successful nation?
Well, how about life, liberty, labor, and the pursuit of happiness? Labor is just as important as refreshment.